Hi, my name is Marcin Lewandowski and you're watching Adorama TV. I would like to share with you a few little ideas for photographic projects that you can grow from something very small and simple into work that becomes enjoyable and memorable. The basic seed for this was planted in my head when I first saw Richard Misrak's Golden Gate Bridge project. When I initially heard about it, I didn't give it much thought, but when I saw the book with the resulting images, I was absolutely thunderstruck and started asking myself all sorts of questions about photographing things and places I was familiar with. Taking a good photograph takes time, and photographer doesn't really know if the last one is the one. With that in mind, coming back to photograph the same view, object or subject again and again can be an enriching experience. Each time we photograph something, even though it's the same, it's also completely different. Let's take a landscape as an example. It will look differently at dusk than it will look at dawn. It will look different at the same hour during different seasons of the year. When we combine this with various weather conditions ranging from clear skies, nice cumulus clouds, through rain and fog to snow and other extreme weather, we're facing a number of combinations that's mind-boggling, making it very effective visually, and you start to tell a story. Projects like this can be naturally approached from a number of different fronts. Photographs can be taken from the same vantage point, keeping the same composition each time, simply playing with different light conditions. It can be a huge panoramic take or just a detail in the landscape. It's also worth looking at different options. Maybe there is a bench in a park that we pass each day. Maybe you have interesting view from your window, or maybe when you look back at your house when you leave it, it's against interesting background. Projects like this don't have to be limited to a landscape. Instead of something, it can be someone, like a member of a family or even your own reflection after you brush your teeth, or maybe before we shave. The possibilities are endless. What you need to think is about telling a story. I, for example, photograph myself each day at the same time with my phone camera, and there is an app to remind me about it. I like to think about something like this as of a slow motion time lapse. Rephotographing the same subject, it's not a new idea really. Ansel Adams was photographing the same location with years between photographs. I like the thought of being able to compare how passage of time changes look of things when we can have them in front of us shown in a completely different light. Continuing a project like this for a long period of time will be the most rewarding way of approaching it, and possibly something that we can continue, if not forever, then for a long period of time. I photograph locations that I love coming back to when I have some time, and these are the photographs I'm sharing with you today. If you would like me to clarify anything, then please comment below and subscribe to Adorama channel for more. If you want to polish your photography skills, check out Adorama Learning Center for a whole lot of interesting tips. This was Marcin Lewandowski for Adorama TV. See you next time.